Ladies and gentlemen, another very bizarre element of all of this is that Democrats want witnesses at the Senate trial. They already had witnesses. They don't have any direct testimonial or documentary evidence that President Trump withheld military assistance because he was so afraid of the No Malarkey bus tour. Biden is not going to be nominee. Hillary Clinton is going to be nominee. Clinton is the only person who could raise $1.2 billion to $2 billion. She raised $1.2 billion to Trump's $600 million, and she still lost. So they're going to go with the No Malarkey bus tour? How many Biden shirts have you seen, or hats? How about nobody is wearing... You can just, go to the supermarket, go to your favorite restaurant, call your cousin up. If your cousin or people that you know happen to be liberal or Democrats, ask what they think of the vice president and his son. You're not going to get a favorable response. There is absolutely zero grassroots support for the former vice president. Zero. Now, interestingly enough, there is for Clinton, but all of this is a charade. But one of the most interesting and absurd elements of all of this is that they want witnesses, and McConnell, here, CNBC, McConnell rejects Schumer's demand to call White House officials to testify in impeachment trial. They haven't even proven that a criminal act took place. They haven't proven that he withheld military assistance because he's afraid of Biden and he wants to interfere in the election. Notice their paradigm is anything that hurts our electoral chances is interference, even their own corruption. So naturally, their own corruption is interference. Well, naturally, their own corruption would be valuable to Republicans or to Trump because they're corrupt. And it's like any attempt at finding out, DNC officials that actually did reach out to the Ukraine, this is a fact. It's not a fact that Russia hacked the DNC. Go to the ODNI and DHS reports. They come with warranty disclaimers. They're confident, not certain. They have high confidence assessments. They're not certain. The worst journalistic practice of this era is, aside from everything that was said about the intelligence reports that led to to Bush's and Cheney and Rumsfeld's endless military interventions based on faulty intelligence, complete nonsense. But one of the worst and most disingenuous and duplicitous and just false practices in journalism today is saying that it's been concluded that Russia interfered in the election and hacked the DNC. The ODNI and DHS reports, Department of Homeland Security, and Office of Director of National Intelligence reports come with warranty disclaimers, stating they're not certain. What is certain is that there were specific operatives in the DNC that actually did reach out to the Ukraine. That's in Politico in 2017. That's a fact. Okay? It's also a fact that there are conflicts of interest between the vice president, his son Hunter, and why he would fire a prosecutor that was looking into his son's corporation. If the defense is, there's massive corruption, that's actually what President Trump stated. He withheld military assistance to make sure that the corruption didn't get in the way of the Ukraine getting hundreds of millions of dollars. You can believe that or not believe that. That's the same defense that Biden has. So why Democrats would say, no, Biden forced the Ukraine to fire that prosecutor because of the corruption. Well, at the same time, Democrats say, we don't believe it was because of the corruption that Trump withheld military assistance. We believe only that it's because he was so afraid of the No Malarkey bus tour. Anyway, McConnell rejects Schumer's demand to call White House officials to testify in impeachment trial. They haven't even, so check out my last segment, they haven't even given McConnell the articles of impeachment. Okay. This is shoddy work. I haven't seen such shoddy, sloppy work
since the blueprints for the Hindenburg. I mean, really. What's the matter, Pelosi? Did Fido eat your homework? I mean, goodness gracious. You said you were going to send us the articles of impeachment. Unless they were written in invisible ink, we can't see anything. And guess what? We're going to vote on January 6th. And if we don't get the articles of impeachment then, guess who gets acquitted? The Orange Menace.
Check out my last segment. I was actually proud of my impersonation in my last segment prior to this one. But McConnell rejects Schumer's demand to call White House officials to testify in impeachment trial. Why would you call White House officials when you couldn't even prove that he had withheld assistance because he was trying to interfere in the election? They haven't proved that. This is their opinion, their viewpoint. Similar to when John Brennan says, I don't do evidence, I do intelligence. So here, Majority Leader Senate Mitch McConnell rejected a proposal from Senate Democrats to subpoena 4 White House officials to testify. So they want John Bolton, Mick Mulvaney, and 2 others. And John Bolton, well, first of all, Associate Director of National, Michael Duffy, Associate Director of National Security at the Office of Management and Budget. They could have simply found a document stating that President Trump has withheld this because he's worried about Biden. Some kind of documentary evidence. Something, maybe a text message. I don't know, like Peter Strzok saying, we will stop Trump. Some kind of bias or desire to withhold military assistance to get the Ukraine to investigate Biden and his son because he was so afraid of them. That is the underlying, the pretext behind impeachment. They impeached President Trump. They did not give the impeachment to the Senate. He technically is not impeached. They only voted to impeach Trump. Now they want a trial, but they don't want, listen to what they don't, they talk about they want witnesses. They don't want Hunter Biden or Joe Biden because they say, well, they have nothing to do with it. What? They have everything to do with it. You're impeaching the president because you're saying that he was trying to investigate Hunter and the vice president. So have them testify. Because the whole point is, it'll take 2 seconds to prove that there's massive conflicts of interest. Vice President Biden, did you ever hear? Do you know about your son's work as the board of directors? No, we never talked about it. Okay, there's a photo with you golfing or whatever. There's a whole mountain of evidence that Giuliani compiled, which is another hilarious thing. They don't mind Christopher Steele, but they mind Giuliani. They literally purchased a dossier from a foreign national, but they have a big problem with Giuliani investigating. But they don't mind that DNC officials were, spanning the globe to prove Russian or former FBI agents, by the way, were spanning the globe to prove Russian involvement with Trump. They don't mind that Christopher Steele was outsourced. They don't mind any of these things. But Rudy Giuliani, oh my God. And Giuliani has sworn affidavits. He has all of these. He has the prosecutor who was fired. Wait, you utilized the Comey memos. Why don't you utilize the Shokin memos or the Shokin affidavit? This is the guy that was forced out because Joe Biden literally stated that you're not going to get $1 billion until you fire the prosecutor. He said that to the Ukraine. So, I mean, the duplicity here is you better allow our witnesses, but we won't allow your witnesses. What about the intelligence operative? That person was linked to Biden. That person also never had direct knowledge. So the question is, if that person didn't have direct knowledge, what motivation would he have? This nonsense, there's like a neuroses. The Democrats have like this. They cheated Bernie Sanders, who then promptly became a doormat for the Democratic Party. They cheated Bernie Sanders, and they then said, well, the truth about us is equal to gossip about you. And so hearsay and gossip about Trump, whether it's disgruntled diplomats, is just like the DNC emails that were actually written by the grubby little fingers of DNC officials. Furthermore, the House already had its chance to prove its case. Apparently, it proved its case to the point where, hundreds of Democrats voted to impeach Trump. Great. So now you don't want a Senate trial because you're afraid it's not going to be fair, because because Schiff and Nadler were so impartial, but you're afraid McConnell's not going to be impartial. And you don't want Biden, you don't want the Hunter, you don't want all these people to testify, the intelligence operative Schiff, because the intelligence operative met with Schiff's office. The intelligence operative is also linked to Biden. I mean, my God, it's like you have all of these conflicts of interest on the Democratic Party side. Endless conflicts of interest. But all they keep saying is, oh well, it's not fair that McConnell's not fair. He's not being forthright. He's not being fair. He's not being impartial. Well, McConnell's not going to be impartial because Schiff and Nadler weren't, and this is a phone conversation that they've spun into election interference. Their lives revolve around election interference because they know they cannot defeat Trump. They need some kind of excuse for their failures. That's it. This is about public relations. They've wasted $1.2 billion. They wasted $1.2 billion, and all they want to do is prove that they didn't waste $1.2 billion, and they want to prove they haven't spent $2 billion in wasted money. So what they're doing right now is they're already trying to get a softer landing for losing in 2020. They know they're going to lose. It's a great economy, record low unemployment, hundreds of thousands of manufacturing jobs, household median income is up, wages are rising, the stock market's up, people's 401ks are up, people are working, record low Black and Latino unemployment. The Democratic Party is in complete and utter shambles. All they have is the media and Hollywood. That's it. And the intelligence community. And nobody cares about the media. Nobody cares about Hollywood. Nobody cares about the intelligence community. And nobody cares about the DNC. So they have billions and billions of dollars at their disposal, but they have no influence. Imagine having basically almost the levers of control pertaining to a society's culture or media or public relations, and still not being able to influence the average voter. The average voter does not want impeachment now. The average American is actually, President Trump's more popular than he was prior to impeachment. But they don't care because all of this is for Clinton 2020. I stated that endlessly. All of this is for Clinton 2020. They did not prove in the House that a crime was committed. Now they want their own witnesses, but they don't want McConnell's witnesses. They don't want Republicans to ask Biden or Hunter Biden about all of the conflicts of interest they had, which should have been investigated, which should be investigated. When you're making $50,000 a month as on the board of directors of a Ukrainian energy company that's known for corruption, and your father fired the prosecutor that's looking into the corporation funneling you money, sorry, and then you are allegedly accused of allegedly smoking narcotics in a gentleman's club, and then spending an untold amount of money on extracurricular activities, there's an issue there in terms of not just conflicts of interest, but a need for the money. So it's not about nepotism. It's about the conflicts of interest. Biden is on video saying that he fired a prosecutor. Like I said a bunch of times this segment, the response was, it was because of corruption. The prosecutor wasn't looking into corruption enough. Well, that's the point. President Trump said the same thing. The aid was not the military assistance that, by the way, President Obama did not give. The lethal military assistance was not withheld because of corruption. I mean, it was not withheld because he wanted to interfere in the election. It was withheld because of corruption. The same defense Biden has, but they don't believe Trump. And they didn't prove their case, so they want to just grandstand with Bolton, who doesn't like Trump anyway, was fired. Give me your thoughts below. Check out H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. I have a great segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel regarding all of this. McConnell's not having any of it. And if they want a Senate trial, they better acquiesce to Mitch McConnell very soon. Why? Because otherwise Trump's not going to get impeached, and he'll get acquitted based on articles of impeachment they never receive in the Senate. Give me your thoughts. Thank you.